Hey guys, I'm home. So I'm down again today. I forgot to weigh myself before I went out. But I am down again today. So counting calories is definitely helping. Doing even just a couple minutes of standing up exercise with my hoop and then continuing to do the chair exercises must be helping. Again, I've been walking around the house a lot more instead of just sitting down all day. Basically, anytime my watch tells me to stand up, I stand up and I do a lap or 2 laps, sometimes more. It's not much, obviously the apartment is small, but I'm getting up and I'm moving, and that's the important thing. So cardiologist said that it appears as though from the testing he did, I have a mild case of POTS. He is starting me on medication for it to just try to help with the symptoms. He said that it could get better, it could get worse. Obviously, we hope for it to get better. And so he's starting me on a new medication. I can't remember the name of it. I'll post it in the description when I am done the video. But I definitely find myself wanting to eat less now that I'm tracking calories. I don't know if the new medication I've been put on, the naltrexone, I don't know if that's also helping because I'm not wanting food as much. I'm still on a low dose. I'm only on 1.5 milligrams a day still. It goes up to 2 milligrams a day. This weekend coming up, I move up to 2 milligrams a day. So we'll see as I keep increasing it, if maybe that's what's helping. It could be multiple things, right? It could be a mix of the medication. It could be me calorie counting. So I'm going to give an example. We were out. We also had to run to the dollar store so I could get dry erase markers so I could label these bins. And we went, where we went, there's a Tim Hortons nearby. I mean, it's Canada. There's a Tim Hortons nearby and everything. And so while Joe ran into the store, I was sitting there and I'm thinking, I want a Tim Hortons pizza. And so what I did was I entered it into my tracking app, and I seen how many calories it was. I was like, I don't want a Tim Hortons pizza. No, ma'am. That is like most of my calories. So that's one thing that I am finding is by calorie counting, I'm not wanting food. And if I do decide I want food and what I want to eat is really dependent on how many calories. So, like another example is last night we were having the burgers, if you can call them burgers. They kind of turned into meatballs, I guess. But, Joe's like, we don't have any buns. I'm like, that's fine. I don't want buns. I just want them in my plate. No bread with them. Because I knew I was already having french fries, so I was already having carbs with the french fries. There's carbs in the burgers because he used crackers as a binding agent. So I didn't want the extra carbs and the extra calories. My wraps may be low in carbs, but they are quite high in calories. It's kind of a battle between the lesser of two evils, right? Do I do less carbs so my sugars aren't as impacted, but higher calories, which makes the rest of my body impacted? It's honestly a fight. You have to try and choose the lesser of two evils there. But that's what I've been doing is calorie counting has really been helpful now that I'm actually doing it on a regular basis, like every day before I put anything in my mouth. How many calories am I at for the day? And what is the amount of calories for this item that I'm about to intake? Whether it's a fluid, like a beverage of some sort, or whether it's actual food, a snack. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm looking at the calories, and that is determining whether or not I actually want to eat it. So I think that's definitely helping. And it's teaching me as well how to have a better relationship with food. Because I want to be able to eat better foods. And while it might be difficult to eat 100% healthy because of finances and tolerances, just because I can't eat a lot of vegetables doesn't mean that I can't eat other foods that are also healthy. Just because there's not a lot of fruit that I like doesn't mean that I can't have the fruit I do like. And again, choose healthier options. It doesn't mean I have to run and eat chips. It doesn't mean that I have to eat cookies. right? I don't need that shit. It's high calories, it's high carbs, sugars, whatever. Not good for you. On occasion, it's not bad, in moderation. And so one thing I plan to do in the future is if I want a bag of chips, instead of buying the regular size bag of chips and, counting out a serving or whatever, instead I would buy one of the snack size bags of chips. That way I'm only getting the personal size and I'm not tempted for more. So these are all things that I'm learning how to do now that I should have been doing right along. I should have been doing a long ass time ago, but I didn't, and that's why I'm in this position I am in now. At least not doing all that didn't assist with me getting to where I am now. It was definitely one of the causes to being where I am now. But I'm happy seeing the scale go down. Hopefully it allows me to start moving better soon and being able to do more by myself. I'm really looking forward to getting under the 300-pound mark. I've got a ways to go, but, this is a good start. And as long as I continue to watch my calorie intake and continue to do as much movement as I can do without putting myself into further pain, where I can't get up and move and can't do things I need to do, then I should continue to see the scale going down. Obviously, the more weight I lose, it's going to become harder to lose the weight because the first so many pounds is really easy to lose, especially the larger you are. A lot of it is water weight, right? And so definitely going to be a lot harder to continue to lose the weight as time goes, but that's why I just have to keep going, watching my calorie intake. And every 10 pounds that I lose, so started this at 337 when I started tracking, now at 331, so when I get down to 327, I will recalculate my BMR, and that's going to lower my calorie intake for the day, which means I have to have even less. So that should continue to help as well, because the less I'm intaking, the less weight, less calories I intake, the less fat will be there. Sort of deal. But anyways, so that's that. That's the update I've got for now. Just gotta keep trucking along, getting this weight off, and starting to feel better. And again, my eating choices have significantly improved since starting to track calories. And like I said, like even today, example, wanted that Tim Hortons pizza, seeing how many calories it was. Hell no. Nope, not doing it. Because why should I take one meal and have 3/4 of my day's worth of calories gone? Like the pizza I usually get is the bacon everything pizza, and I think I seen it was like 930 calories or something. So that's pretty close to 1,000, which would leave me roughly 585 calories left for the day, which is still a significant amount. But at the same time, that one meal should not be that many calories. That's one item, pretty much, right? Because it's just a pizza. Last night's dinner was around that value, but that was a full-ass meal. Big difference. So, anyways, lots of love, guys. Thanks for being here, and thanks for the continued support. I'm going to continue to share this journey with you guys and take you along for the ride.